we have respect for all people, well, we all should. But I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest issue amongst that LGBTQIA population is nothing to do with name calling. How are you good people doing, my American and foreign brothers and sisters? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith, and you're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, and which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you follow me above and below. Click this. It helps me. Thank you. When you or if you subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification. It will bring down a drop box to allow you to select all notifications. Last but not least, go and check out the other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, and Father, and everything I ask you to do over here, do over there, and I'm greatly appreciative to you guys for that, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing you guys this story right here because it came to me by a lot of my subscribers who feel that I should talk about this. And these subscribers, you hear me, subscribers and followers across all my platforms, they are part of the alphabet community and felt that it's a message that they hold dear. And a lot of them go around and they speak it to their community as well to shine light on a big issue that people seem to miss. Ooh, Ty, you have people that are of the other side of what you believe in that follows you. Yes, you want to know why? I'm respectful to them. I love them just like I love anybody else. I completely, genuinely like all human beings, period. I don't care what your background is, whatever like that. I meet you in person. We talk. My whole objective in my life is how I can help you be better, period. Better in life, better with your studies, better in math, better with finding a job, anything like that whatsoever. And although I don't believe the way that homosexuals and all them believe at all, I am not going to disrespect them in no way. Okay, plain and simple. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to this tragic story right here, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to word it like they worded in here as referring to this young man as a woman, because he's not. Now, of course, you're going to throw a freaking ad in there. Transgender bus driver threw himself in front of a train after being called sir by passengers. That's what the title says. A transgender bus driver took his own life by jumping in front of a train after colleagues kept referring to him as a male. Ava Michael Hudson, 27, died August 7th last year on his, on his way to work. Oh, I remember this in Chicago. I remember my family telling me about this. Says he didn't leave a note and gave no indication he was suicidal before suddenly leaping to his death just 4 days after attending his brother's wedding. Sadly, we'll never fully know the reason for his death, but the pain left behind after the sudden departure has been acute, after family wrote in his obituary. He has already been mourned by many and many friends and relatives across the globe. He will be very much missed and never forgotten. Hudson got his bus license just 7 months earlier, last January, and passed probation weeks before his death, proudly announcing it to his final Facebook post. The new job was a turning point of Hudson after several years of struggling with his gender and unemployment after graduating from Wheaton College in 2020. Transition costs were expensive, running $875 a month, according to the 2022 court petition to legally change his name, plus more for counseling. What do you need counseling for? His $61,000 bus driver salary finally allowed for expensive procedures and gave him financial independence for the first time. The day he got his CDL driver's permit in November 2023 was one of the happiest days of his life, and things finally started to take a turn for better. Okay, I'm going to skip some of this stuff, y'all, but the job never quit fit, both literally and blah, 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 several times. First time in March 2024, he was reprimanded for failing to adhere to strict sick day policies. Okay, another report on the non-paying customers on his route used him pronouns to refer to Hudson, which is what he is. You can't make no customers call you anything. You can't. Another report, Hudson appeared to face various infractions along with no record of a union representative on the paperwork, according to Chicago Sun-Times. He never once made a written complaint, unlike at least 2 other transgender CTA employees. As you can see him right here, you can tell he's going through the transition and everything right there, according to the pictures, trying to make himself look more like a female. A bus driver sued in 2022, claiming he was wrongfully terminated after asking to undergo gender affirming care on CTA health insurance. He lost the case, but is appealing. Then an apprentice filed an internal complaint in 2023 after he was told to stop using the women's bathroom. Though these cases exist and CTA has gender identity and its anti-discrimination policy, Hudson's family and friends said he didn't know any other transgender workers at the company, which he found isolating. His family point to a traumatic brain injury caused by a falling in gymnastics during his sophomore year in high school as a start of his struggles. David, as he was known before his transition, appeared to bounce back, but his cognitive abilities would later become compromised as he got older. He excelled in last year of high school. I'm not going to read it. I want to get to the point of it. During this time, their symptoms from his brain injury increasingly affected his mental abilities, leading to difficulty in his studies and bouts of depression and anxiety, the obituary explained. Hudson moved to Chicago in 2021, and then enduring many difficult years and lots of questioning, she would become. Life was never easy, and he was often searching for his identity and who he was and wanted to become, the obituary read. I'm just telling you, I know the obituary says, but I'm reading what it is. He was able to make some special friends through the supported he and provided a peaceful home for him to live when he needed it the most, something his parents were eternally grateful for. But Hudson seemed to be in a good place when he came back to Wheaton for his brother Tim's wedding, and family told him how proud they were of him. He stayed a few days and left early morning of August 7th, worried about being late to work. They never saw him alive again. Guys, I'm just telling y'all right now, and I know what my subscribers, the ones who are of that community, want me to pretty much discuss about this. And I know exactly what y'all hitting in on this, right? There is no proof that the reason why he threw himself in front of a train or anything like that was because people were calling him sir, bro, man, dude, any of that. And the reason why I knew exactly what my subscribers are doing is this, because I say, why is it that the number one thing that they face the most is not this so-called hate that they get from people? It's not the so-called not getting protection. It's not the so-called getting the side eye and the looks. It's not the so-called being made fun of. The biggest thing they struggle with is exactly what he did. That's the biggest struggle. And if that is the biggest struggle and that's the number one thing that they face, why isn't that being talked about? Why isn't that the biggest talking point besides all that other stuff? See, I think that anything that is a top priority in your brain in regards to you taking your life, that should be addressed first and foremost. All that other stuff can be discussed afterwards. All the name calling, misgendering you, all the people giving you funny looks, all the y'all don't have y'all safe spaces, y'all can just be whatever like that. All that bull crap can be talked about later. My number one concern is going to be talking about the thing that I don't want you to do, and that's to end your life. Let's address that first. Well, Todd, those things that they're talking about can be the factors that cause them to end. Nah, let's get real. Before we got where we are right now, these people still end up having these issues with taking their own lives, period. Before y'all started adding in all the woke stuff to it, before y'all started adding in all the we didn't have rights and all that, the biggest thing among them, and still remains to be, self-deletion. This young man, regardless, when he had the transition done, if he had the surgeries done and all of that, it's proven through statistics that their self-deletion rate goes up even higher. So does it fix the issue? Does it fix the problem? You can try to blame it on a traumatic brain injury that he had, but at the same time, this brain injury that he had, I can tell y'all this. Maybe we can throw this off to the side. Let's take the whole struggling with who he wants to be in his identity out of the way. We do know, and we see this in professional football as well, people that have suffered traumatic brain injuries or TIAs or things like that, concussions, they seem later on down the road to do the same exact thing. And that was brought about in the movie that Will Smith did. And we see this in the NFL. These are things that need to be discussed after having a traumatic brain injury. What is it that drives these people to take themselves out? So in his case, he would have had a double whammy. The LGBTQIA people have a high struggle with taking their own lives already as it is. Now to have a brain injury on top of that, which we see later on down the road, a lot of them end up having a high taking their own lives rate as well. Now he has double that. So again, ladies and gentlemen, let's make this thing clear. I don't care how you live your life. I'm going to treat you with respect and dignity because you are a human being. How you choose to live and who you choose to be with and all the stuff like that, that's your prerogative. But if you come to me searching and needing answers, I'm going to tell you the truth Whether you agree with me or not, I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is, these people of the LGBTQIA community and all that, they struggle heavily with taking their own lives. They're on multiple medications. The things that this young man probably had to go through, you guys don't even know to have. When I had to do my rotation in doing women and men's health, I'm telling y'all, the struggle is crazy. You're already struggling with your identity stuff already as it is. You're already struggling with depression. Now you got to deal with the stuff that you have to do since you now changed yourself down there, or you women up here, you changed all that. These hormone pills, these things cause all kinds of imbalances within your hormone levels, and it does so much. And now you're trying to deal with that on top of all those other things. A lot of times they feel the easy way out is not to have to even be there. They want to see just darkness, no sound, no nothing, no thoughts, nothing. And what's the equation of that? What is the sum of all that? Not being around at all. Anyway, folks, y'all, shout out to my subscribers who don't care. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I'm open, and I'm glad that y'all brought this to my attention. You know, I would talk about anything like this. There's no hate or anything like that. But guys, we have to address the foundation of it all that leads these people to take their lives. And that's these thoughts and these things that they're dealing with, which y'all already know what I'm going to say. It's demonic. It's spiritual, plain and simple. And what do I tell y'all about the enemy that's considered evil? Devils, angels, whatever you want to call them, fallen angels. That's what I'm referring to. Fallen angels, devils, spirits, demons, whatever you want to call it. They always ultimately want to lead to the conclusion of you not being here any longer. That's how you know you're dealing with spirits and demons. Angels and God, no, let me just say God's Holy Spirit, period. It's all about life, period. It's all about life and giving you a great life. It's all about sustaining your life. It's all about giving you an abundant life full of love, joy, peace, happiness. But when you actually are having thoughts that are the opposite, you need to question yourself, what is feeding your brain that? And why is it telling you to get rid of yourself? Because that is not of God. That is of the enemy who don't want you here, because these spirits, they absolutely hate you because of who you are and what you are. But the problem is, a lot of you don't even know or even understand who and what you are and who made you like you are in regards to being made in the image of God and being his most awesome, beautiful, most intelligent creation. And they want to keep you from knowing that. They want to keep you from understanding that. That's why they keep you so distracted with all these other things. All they want to do is fill you with so much hate, so much depression, so much just sadness, so much doom and gloom. And then they'll tell you the best answer to this is to take yourself out. If you are struggling with thoughts like that, let me tell you right now, it's not just thoughts that's just coming in that you just conjuring up yourself. Something is feeding you that thought, and then you get to thinking about it, which means you're kind of feeding it. Maybe it is like this. Maybe I should. When those thoughts come, understand and recognize that's from the enemy. Try something for me. Even if you don't have to be a believer, when those thoughts come like that, just say Jesus. And even if it comes back again, Jesus. Even if it tries to come back again, as many times as those thoughts come to you, keep saying Jesus. Oh, wait. It's powerful. Yeah, I know. Let me know what you guys think about all this by putting it in the comments below after this video. Don't forget to do what you see in this animation right here. That will greatly help my channel. In the next video that I may be doing today, I don't know, depending on the time, it's going to be up there. Things I did as of yesterday. Boom. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.